April, scrapbooking personal shopper. Let's open the box and get our Christmas present. At least that's what members say that feels like to them. We'll open up our purple tissue. Don't you love that? Here's the newsletter, and the newsletter is going to give us all of the instructions and dimensions and things of all the projects that we're going to make. Now, inside this time, we're getting 2 dazzle sheets. Now, these are the double stick dazzles, both the butterfly and the star, so that's going to be fun to use. I love how the paper towel works on scrapbooking. So we've got a whole sheet of playful flowers. Our blank card and envelope, of course. Now our embellishments this time, let's see. It's going to have lots of ribbons, as I can see. In addition, okay, we've got some glitter. That's going to work on our double stick dazzles. Oh, look, some of this ribbon I've never seen before. That's always a pleasure to see inside our personal shopper kits. We've got a piece of the red dot magic mesh. Now that's becoming very difficult to find. A whole pack of kind of pewter and, white and silver brads, and I see some letter brads in there, so we'll see what that's going to do. We've got a fabric tag that's called Cherish the Moment, and that's beautiful. It's also stitched. And then we've got a chalk in blue and a chalk in brown. Now, let me lift these up, oh goodness, okay, and get to the papers. Now, every month we have 30 sheets of paper, and this month, as always, personal shopper members get them first. Now, this first set is going to be called Serendipity when it's released to the market, and it's very fun to see those butterflies and flowers along the left side. You can see the little scallop edge, and this has got, as we back up, you can see the swirls that are happening on the side. Now, you get 2 sheets of every single one. This one has a dark kind of teal on the center of it. We've got some pink dots, and we'll get in a little bit closer to see those. You can see some of the texture that's going on. This is just a real tiny dot, very fun to see. Speaking of fun to see, how about some flowers? How about a grid of orange with also a little corner or border treatment? And then we also have an all-over lighter floral with dots and flowers in it, as well as a teal. Now this month you're going to receive 6 of these sheets that are just perfect for matting, and that's always nice to receive. So there you go with that. And then we've got our second set. Now this is exclusive to members. It isn't going to go out into the public, at least not this year. I love the rich colors of it. It's kind of almost not quite a watercolor, but for some reason it makes me think of that. There's a stripe to coordinate, and we always like the stripes in there because it lets us do masculine pages. We've got an all-over tone-on-tone floral, as well as a different colored floral. And I just love these colors going on and the richness of them. A teal set, and then our last sheet is in the green, and even with this you can see that there's some texture looking as well as lots of art going on. Now, what are we going to make this month? Let's take a look. Our first double page spread is using the Serendipity, and it's using the Playful Flowers paper towel, and also the double stick butterfly. So lots of things going on here. The paper towel has also been embellished with the glitter, and you can either use a paintbrush and liquid glue to create the adhesive for it, or you can use another glue that you like, but we've just got dots of glitter along that border. Now our double stick butterfly has been done with glitter and with chalk. Chalk is something new to use on double stick. There's one of our ribbons down at the bottom, our tag, as well as some other of our butterflies, and a little more glitter, just kind of gilding around the edge of that flower. Our coordinating page also is going to carry the same embellishments, and what a fun, bright, and colorful page it makes. Now, our second layout is a girls-only road trip. So mother-daughter could be aunt and niece, or a group of friends, and we've got that paper that had the border that was orange, and that's being very effective as a large mat. You can see this background paper with the greens as the background, and then the smaller one being used as another border, matted onto one of the solids. Here's one of the stars of the double stick with glitter, and isn't that a nice look? Now we've used the paper towel as a template, if you will, to create some more flowers. Now that's a different use, one quite frankly I'd never thought of. One of the brads has been dipped in glue and also glittered, just to give a very fun look to this page. You can see that. And our journaling is just very simple. I do think it's very clever to add those glittered stars to the center of our flowers, just create kind of cascading down the bottom there. Now we'll back up and see the companion page, which too is going to have more photographs from their bicycling road trip, and also again using the flowers and the paper towel along the center of this particular one. Now we'd never want to leave the guys out, and we've taken a couple of different things in this kit. Certainly the stripes, and torn the edge, kind of gone distressing. Speaking of distressing, an ink pad has been applied to that magic mesh and just created a very fun distressed look. Now down here we are doing the double stick with our chalk, but we're also using them as a stencil, so we can chalk around it and then chalk on top and place it onto our page. Same thing that's been done up here, except this one has been covered with paper, and another one with paper, and this one with chalk, so you still get that translucent look. The brads make a very nice way to connect these pieces together. My wonderful husband is the topic of this one, and that's a great album page to do for absolutely for every member of the family. Kind of talk about why you so appreciate each of those folks. And the same thing is going on the companion page. I do like how that magic mesh and the striped papers are kind of span that double page spread. I think that's a really good look, and kind of looking very distressed. Now, going over on the corner of this layout, we've got something fun going on right over here where we've used the magic mesh and used the chalk to first just chalk into it, and then kind of using it as a stencil, as we did the double stick star up there, before we've inked it and put it down at the bottom. So a great look, and thanking our lucky stars for you. Now our last double page spread is going to use some of those alphabet brads. In this case, they spell out the word mother. So this is a Mother's Day page, and can hold on to this, either do it from a previous Mother's Day or wait till next month in May. But we do have the butterfly that has been chalked, and chalking a double stick dazzle is a brand new technique to me, and I love how this is kind of going off the edge. Isn't that striking when backed on the pattern paper? We've used the pleated ribbon around the edge, and we've also chalked around our brads that are spelling mother, just to really give it a little extra emphasis. And this is Mother's Day Reflections. As you can see, all those things that Mom said that you may or may not have listened to. And our papers, our photographs are just circling around and kind of nesting around our journaling. And then our other page looks like this. So again, we've kept our photographs in pretty muted colors or done them in a sepia tone to just be beautiful on these papers. Now our card is going to go back to our paper towel and our serendipity papers, and isn't that just bright and shining? Makes a great happy birthday card. And the paper towel, as you may know, is die cut, so all you do is just punch out the layers, attach them with foam tape, and you know, nothing could be simpler. And we've got one of our double stick butterflies. So there are so many, you get them all over the place. Inside our card also echoes the same sentiment, and we've taken another corner of that serendipity paper. Now another card is an optional card in the More Ideas, and members tell me they love that. Now look at that butterfly. It has been touched with a copper or gold StazOn ink pad. Isn't that just so striking? I love these papers. I think they're wonderful. And also the edge of the card has been touched with the same StazOn. And then inside, we're just incorporating those papers and our sentiment and more of the double stick. One thing that the members tell me is that they love the more ideas because it just gets more use out of everything that they receive. Now, you might remember that that mother is silver, but you can color it with a metallic StazOn, and now it's been turned gold, as we've done the same thing with the breads. Okay, what a striking border that is. The Cherish tag can be placed on top of the magic mesh, and isn't that a sweet tag? And look down here. This is the magic mesh turned over, and glitter has been applied to the adhesive backside, and isn't that a great look? Let me give you a couple more. Here's the magic mesh that has also been used for stenciling, and it's been chalked in with the blue. I think you're getting a lot of use out of that 1-foot strip of magic mesh. Look at this tag. Isn't that just striking with the glitter double stick flowers? And here's another one with the magic mesh that's been put onto one of the double stick stars. Our very last more idea, as if all of this wasn't enough, is an 8x8 Sarah Surface album. Now these albums come blank, but we're using the paper toll on them and the serendipity papers, and I think it's great to see a 12x12 paper cut down and so effectively used. Well, that's it for this month.